Hello and welcome back to the English Fluency, the podcast dedicated to helping you build a life you love, one intentional step at a time. Today, we're diving even deeper and deeper in a concept that holds the key to unlocking your biggest aspirations, small steps to big changes. Last time, we touched upon the immense power of this approach, but today, we're going to pull back the curtain even further, exploring the psychology, the science, and the practical strategies that make this more than just a motivational slogan. It's a proven pathway to success. The allure and illusion of the giant leap. Let's start by acknowledging something we all wrestle with: the idea that big change requires a big dramatic overhaul. We see movies where characters have a sudden epiphany, transform overnight, and conquer their demons. We read stories of entrepreneurs who quit their jobs, risk it all, and become millionaires in seemingly no time. Social media bombards us with images of glow-ups and before and afters that suggest instant transformation. This narrative, while inspiring in fiction, can be deeply misleading and even detrimental in real life. It fosters an all-or-nothing mentality. We tell ourselves, if I'm going to start working out, I need to hit the gym for 2 hours every day. Or if I'm going to launch my dream business, I need to quit my job immediately and dedicate 100% of my time to it. The problem? Our willpower is a finite resource. When we commit to these massive, immediate changes, we're essentially asking our brains and bodies to run a marathon without any training. The initial burst of enthusiasm carries us for a short while, but quickly, the energy dwindles, resistance kicks in, and the sheer magnitude of the task feels overwhelming. This often leads to burnout, frustration, and ultimately giving up. We then internalize this as a personal failing. I'm not disciplined enough. I lack willpower. I just can't stick to anything. But it's not a failing of willpower, it's a failing of strategy. We chose the wrong path. The path of the giant leap often leads to a stumble and a fall. The profound science of small steps, rewiring your brain for success. So if the giant leap is a trap, what's the alternative? The answer lies in understanding how our brains actually work. This isn't just about common sense, it's rooted in neuroscience and behavioral psychology. Neuroplasticity, the brain's adaptability. Our brains are incredibly adaptable organs, a concept known as neuroplasticity. Every thought, every action, every experience literally rewires our neural pathways. When we repeatedly engage in a behavior, those neural connections become stronger and more efficient. Think of it like a path through a dense forest. If you walk the same path every day, it becomes a well-trodden trail. If you try to bushwhack a new path all at once, it's incredibly difficult. Small steps leverage neuroplasticity. By taking tiny, consistent actions, you're slowly but surely carving out new, desirable neural pathways. You're building the neurological infrastructure for the new habit. Your brain starts to recognize this new behavior as familiar, safe, and eventually automatic. This makes it feel less like a chore and more like a natural part of who you are. Dopamine and the reward system. Another key player is dopamine, often called the feel-good neurotransmitter. Dopamine isn't just about pleasure, it's about motivation and learning. When we successfully complete a task, even a small one, our brain releases a little hit of dopamine. This creates a positive feedback loop. Action leads to reward, which encourages more action. When your small step is so easy that you can't fail, you get that dopamine hit every single time. Did one push-up? Dopamine. Read one page? Dopamine. This consistent stream of positive reinforcement is incredibly powerful for habit formation. It trains your brain to associate the new behavior with a sense of accomplishment and pleasure, making you want to do it again. With giant leaps, failure is common, dopamine hits are rare, and frustration replaces motivation. Habit stacking and micro habits revisited. We briefly touched on these before, but let's dive a little deeper. Habit stacking, popularized by James Clear in Atomic Habits, is about strategically linking a new habit to an existing one. The key is to find a strong, reliable existing habit. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 2 minutes. After I pour my morning coffee, I will write one sentence for my book. After I get home from work, I will change into my workout clothes. The existing habit acts as a trigger for the new one. It removes the decision-making process and reduces the friction of starting. Micro habits, championed by BJ Fogg of Stanford University, are about making the action incredibly small. The goal here is to make the new behavior easier to do than not to do. It's about building consistency before intensity. Instead of exercise for 30 minutes, try do one squat. Instead of read a book chapter, try read one paragraph. Instead of clean the whole kitchen, try wipe one countertop. The idea is that anyone, no matter how tired or unmotivated, can do one squat. And once you've done one, often you'll feel inclined to do more. But even if you only do one, you've kept the streak alive, you've sent that positive signal to your brain, and you've reinforced the identity of someone who exercises. This consistency is the magic, not the immediate output. The practical playbook, implementing your small steps. So, how do we put this into action? Let's get tactical. 1. Deconstruct your big goal into bite sized chunks. Don't just say, I want to get fit. Break it down. Improve cardiovascular health, build strength, eat healthier, get more sleep. Then break those chunks down further. Improve cardiovascular health, walk more, walk for 10 minutes a day. Keep breaking it down until each piece feels manageable and actionable. Shard 2. Identify the absolute smallest action, the minimum viable action. Ask yourself, what is the absolute smallest, most ridiculously easy action I can take today? Want to write a book? Open the document. Want to learn to code? Watch 1 minute of a coding tutorial. Want to save money? Check your bank balance. The MVA removes the intimidation factor and makes starting frictionless. 3. Attach it to an existing routine, strategic habit stacking. Look at your daily schedule and anchor your habit to it. Morning coffee, brushing your teeth, commuting, eating lunch, before bed. After existing habit, I will new small step. 4. Design your environment for success. Make the right actions easy and the wrong ones hard. Want to read? Keep a book visible. Want to work out? Lay out clothes in advance. Want to eat healthy? Prep snacks and hide the junk food. 5. Prioritize consistency over perfection. The goal is to show up, not to be flawless. If you miss a day, just don't miss two. Never miss twice is your mantra. 6. Track your progress and make it visible. Use a calendar, app, or whiteboard. Seeing a chain of completed days motivates you to keep going. Celebrate small wins. Seriously, celebrate your consistency. Every time you hit your small step, give yourself a high five, even mentally. It matters. Overcoming roadblocks on the small step journey. Impatience, the desire for quick results. Small steps work like compound interest. Be patient. One push-up won't change your life today, but over time, it absolutely will. Self-doubt and comparison. Focus on your own journey. Comparison kills momentum. Everyone starts small. Falling off track, the re-entry strategy. Life happens. If you miss a day, restart immediately. Don't let one day become a week. Perfectionism versus progress. Let go of perfect. Done is better than perfect. A small imperfect step is worth more than a big plan never executed. The mindset shift. Patience, persistence, and compassion. Embracing the compound effect. Tiny actions, done consistently, lead to huge outcomes. Trust the process. Learning from failures as data. Missed your step? Analyze why, adjust, and try again. Being kind to yourself. Self-compassion. Growth is hard, you will struggle. Be kind to yourself through it. The journey is the destination. Small steps aren't just a strategy, they're a lifestyle. Each step shapes your identity. You're not just doing, you're becoming. Your call to action, start your snowball effect. Pick one big goal. Identify the smallest possible action toward it. Want to work out? Do one squat. Want to write? Open your notes and type one sentence. Want to save? Move $5 into savings. Start small. Do it now. This is your snowball moment. Let it roll. Thank you for joining me on the English Fluency Podcast. I truly hope this conversation has empowered you to embrace the profound power of small steps. See you next time for more insights on building momentum in your life. Until then, keep taking those small steps and watch your world transform.